Life is an adventure, a journey, a mystery, a path leading to infinite possibilities. I had ventured out to hear the stories from all walks of life. Join me in my adventures and a taste of slice of life, because every person you meet has a lesson to teach and a story to tell and a dream to believe in. And today, I embark on a journey to meet a shepherd by the name of Tyrell Descheny, who hails from the beautiful Navajo Nation, and soon you will see is a very talented artist. I will be traveling over 500 miles from the hectic city of Las Vegas to the tranquil, serene Navajo Nation to bring an experience of a lifetime. Join me in this great adventure.
It's snowing pretty bad. It's hard to see the road. Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's hard to see the road, but I'm going like super slow, like very, very slow. Scary, very scary.
I've been driving pretty much throughout the night, and it's 5:39 a.m. I did sleep for a few hours, and I got caught in this really bad snowstorm, but it seems to be clear now, and I'm going to be starting the interview for Tyrell, which I'm very excited about, and has a lot to share with me about his culture and his lifestyle. So, almost there, guys, almost there.
Tyrell, we made it. I made it.
I know, right?
It was crazy. You should have seen the snow.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. Because usually, we weren't expecting snow, so
really,
it's pretty good. So
let me show you the video. Watch, it's
okay.
Crazy. So he's off.
And I am so awesomely excited. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, my first YouTube interview. I'm so
He's gonna go ahead because I don't want to slip and slide right behind, so he's taking off and giving him some space. And yeah, I'll just wait a little bit till we get some. Terrain here is incredible.
My name is Tyrell Descheny. We're in Rock Point. Well, down there is more Rock Point, and this particular location where we just drove up is known as Xochitl because like it's carved into the road. Where we're going is actually where my great grandpa he used to live, and yeah, so where we're going is called Apache County. That's where we grew up, but where we live is called Xochitl. So that's where we're going, and in English it translates as Antelope Lookout. So living on Navajo Nation, it wasn't probably the best source of jobs. There's not that many here. So generally what I done was I was going to school straight out of high school. I went to college due to my mom's health because my mom, she was everything and there was really no price to put on her. So I stopped going to school and I picked up how to work with my hands. 3 years ago, I finally decided that I wanted to weave because weaving was something that I've always wanted to do personally since I was small. There was really no one to teach me over the years. So everything that I started from, it was just from what I knew, what people told me. And gradually, when I started working with the yarn, I just assumed, I said, maybe if I do it like this or if I do it like that, it'll be different. So through trial and error, I finally had a better understanding, and I think I got more from the time I went to my great grandma. She was the one who really taught me with the way to string it and then the way to start it, but that was about it. And ever since then, it's just been on my own. I'm 27. I'll be turning 28 next Saturday.
What kind of future do young people have in the Navajo Nation?
For Navajo Nation, there's a wide variety. It's really based on the person and what kind of family they come from. There's a lot of opportunities, but most of them it involves leaving the reservation. So most of everyone that I know that I went to school with, that I grew up with, they all left. But there's a handful of us who did stay here, and there's probably less than that handful, probably a pinch full of us who are actually making use of staying here, even down to raising livestock, welding. All the opportunities are there. It's just a matter of us going out there and doing it on our own.
So I've arrived. I noticed on your Instagram you had like was that what was like a dirt floor?
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to see that. Let me grab a couple more things. Is it pretty dark in there?
There's light.
Oh, there's light. We're good. So what do you call this, Tyrell?
So generally it's known as a Hogan. On this side, my mom's paternal grandfather's wife, she wove this one. So this one is all wool, hand spun, hand carded as well. Yeah, so that's where that one's coming from. And then this one here is the one that I started working on. I just set it up yesterday. For this one here, the lady who ordered it, she wanted as something to wrap around
like
herself.
A shawl?
Yeah. But for me, generally, I call it a shoulder blanket. But some people, they call it a Navajo sarap, and then some people call it moki blanket. So it has all different names, so it can serve different purposes as well. So people who want to order from me, the best way to contact me is through my social media. I am in the process of having a web page developed. This one in particular, I have 2 of them to make, along with 5 other smaller rugs. And I also have 2 other rugs, so they're just all lined up, a list that I have. So you can either wait until I'm done with all my orders, but more than likely they're going to place orders. So it's more of being added to the list and waiting.
Okay.
That's the
How long is your wait?
The wait in general, I would probably say from a year to 2 years.
So if somebody wants something for Christmas, they'd better order now and expect it in another year or 2 years?
Yeah, well, if it's something small, I can do it. Because usually when I have an order going, like a big order, it just, once you work on that, you want to do something else because you just get restless working on one, so you do another. And that's what actually happened with some of these ones that I was working on. I need a break from those.
Yeah.
For something in general like this, it is allowed. The only thing that really they're strict on is taking photos during a ceremony. Most in particular is what we refer to as the Apache, which is like a deity to us. So in that one, they're more strict on it. But as far as like what we work on and everything, we're open to it. And some of the backlash that I tend to get time to time is the stuff that I share, the traditional teachings and perspectives from what I was taught. People tend to say that I shouldn't be sharing it. But over here on our side, the way we grew up, the way my mom was raised, her grandpa was raised, we come from a line of medicine men, and they were always willing to share. They never held back anything. Just certain things, it's just more of a family matter. So what I share is what's allowed to be shared.
Oh my God, is this an earth oven?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, that's an earth oven.
This is the earth oven, and in Navajo we call it a bapawan, and it does need some work. Unless there's a plate on it, so the top part kind of the rocks fell in. So this is pretty much we build a fire in there and we get it going. We clean it out.
You don't make pizzas?
No.
That's why I want one. Which one's Britney Spears?
The one right here, staying on the wooden thing.
Oh, that one right there.
Yeah.
Hello, Britney. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Look at that, they're so adorable.
This is just to break it off. This is fine. Yeah. So the friction and the...
Learning so much already on my first day.
Yeah. This one.
You just toss it over?
Yeah, for them. Those are billy goats. I usually do before I start weeding, and I try to feed the animals. And the way that we were raised was that the animals should be fed before we eat. They should be tended to, taken care of, and everything should be done before we can do anything else that we want to do. The bed that is Cowboyy, which is the breed, and that is Cowboyy is the just how like lean and they are. They're not like the regular wool, the goats that have the long fleece. We come from a line of medicine men. The oldest that I can recall is there were two brothers. The first one was called Descheny, and his younger brother was called Descheny. And in Navajo, you get your name by your physical feature or your characteristics. And them being Descheny, the older one, he was pretty big, so they call him Descheny. So his younger brother was pretty slim and tall, so they called him Descheny. And they were known pretty much out on this side of the region. They were known to do hatkals, known as the Hojon Jibiyin, that Enigi. And from there, we learned how to practice some of these medicine, the traditional herbs. And some of them, they grow out there. You just have to, there's a certain time that they grow. You have to go out there and get it yourself. It is tough living here, but regardless of it, I wouldn't live anywhere else. And even down to hauling water, even our barrels, we don't have running water. Usually when I leave, my animals, they're taken care of first. And usually my younger brother, that's when they usually help.
Gather your wood for the season.
So this is more for the peyote ceremonies. And this one was actually pretty full at the beginning of winter.
Oh, it's been cold.
My mom used to help her grandpa, which is my great grandpa, and she would help with the ceremony. So one day there was a family, they weren't able to pay for the ceremony, so they actually brought, at the time it was just this one with this necklace, and this is referred to as Xochitl, and then this is Xochitl. And over time I came to find out that this is actually coral from Hawaii. So the guy who told me not to sell it because they don't make these anymore.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so, and then these ones I just collected over the years. I just added onto here. These are some of the sheep over there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So this is the natural black wool. This is the same as that one. And then this is the natural white. So I've been blending both of them using this wool card. It's a long, tedious process, but over time I developed a passion for it. So I made the mistake of holding it wrong, and because these actually have their little teeth, they're kind of at an angle. So it actually scratched my arm, and I learned my lesson. Usually my brother, he'll help with this, but for him, he's a lefty. So this is how it came out.
Oh, wow.
Spending time with Tyrell taught me so many little but important life lessons. It's astounding that so much dedication, passion, and thought process goes into everything that he does.
This opening here is the Ipo to the east, and then this red one here, it represents the rainbow, not Elid. And then these little black ones, the points in here, they're represented as the mountains. And these topper ones, the top design, they're the clouds. And then all of here, this is the universe. And in here, way at the hole, that's where we believe that we came out of, called Hajine. And the rim here is represents our lifeline. All the way over here is to our death, the end of days. So this is what we usually have in a ceremony. And some of them, they have different designs. This is just more the basic design. Some of them, they have the, not ani, but they have like an extra designs up here, down here. And the number right here, it varies on the weaver or the person who's making it. Some of them have 4, some of them have 6, 7, 9, just depending on the size of the basket. To us, it's a whirl. These are logs, and when it whirls, it's meant to blow away evil stuff. And there was a time when there was a meteor shower, and it was in the night sky, and the story talks about it, that the Navajos knew something was coming, something big. There was a war. So they already knew the World War I was coming, so they advised all the weavers to weave the symbol as much as they can, different colors, different size, different design. So there's an era when all these blankets had this design, and some of them they go the opposite direction, and they're just made different. So to us, they represent the season. There's spring, summer, fall, winter, and then rebirth, all the direction. Some of them go clockwise, the way life continues, and it wasn't until then that they were told we were banned to use it. But nowadays, gradually, people are starting to work with it more. So we're trying to reclaim what was ours to begin with. And it's not just in Navajo culture, it's in other cultures across the world as well. In Navajo, we refer to this as be'ediza. Be'ediza meaning the way it spins. At the bottom, this is considered to be the South Pole, and up here is considered to be the North Pole. And when you spin it, it's in the clockwise motion. The same way that the way that the sun travels, it spins in a clockwise. And in our oral stories is when Spider Woman first started weaving, and she said that all of the valuable goods will come if you spin it towards you, not away from you, but towards you. This one here is known as Be'ediza. Be'ediza refers to the pull. This Be'ediza, the weaving batten, for it to open up. So the string is going to come in here, and it's going to sit at the bottom down here. And then the next one, it's going to open up the other way. So it's just basically, you're just weaving, and it's just going like this between it. So one of the things that the philosophy in weaving, most people, they know is that if you weave, you'll always have food, you'll always have clothing, a way to provide. You really have to watch the attention. Yeah, so this is all hand spun. The warp is, I made it myself. String is represented as a sunbeam. And then this one here is considered to be a rainbow, not sealed. And then these were here as thunder, lightning. And then some say that on top of it represents the sky. And then this bottom one is the earth, the Hostan.
Wow, everything has meaning.
Yeah. So when you're weaving, it's just like life grows up. So you weave upwards, and that's the significance behind it. So when it's raining, we cover this out of respect just for that time. We don't weave, we let it be just out of respect when it's raining to pass by.
As I made my way back, I realized I was not only taking part of the Navajo Nation with me, like the culture, the essence, the life lessons, but also leaving a part of me behind. I made a friend for life in Tyrell, and I am happy to have met him. And remember, when the chips are down and life seems to be mundane, take a chance on yourself, because you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. My entire way back home, I had a big smile on my face, reliving every moment. I'm excited, guys, and I cannot wait to see where this journey takes me next. Stay tuned for the next Coffee Shop Talk with Xochitl.